Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. I want to start by asking everyone here a question. Have you ever stopped yourself when you started gaining momentum in your work? Like you're in a flow, you're having a good time, people are starting to respond, and you just stop. Now, it might be, who says that? Karen says too many times. And it could be for like a really good reason, like, your mom got sick, your kid needs your help, but it also can become an excuse to stop moving forward. And then you have to start all over again. So how frustrating is that? Has that ever happened to you more than once? Anybody want to let me know in the chat? Anybody have that happen to you more than once? I'm just checking to see. Oh, I don't see anybody playing with me right now. Let me see. Let me go into gallery. Yes, Deb says yes. Anybody else want to say? Let me see. I'm going to go to gallery and just see. How about you raise your hand? Has that happened to you before where you start and you have to start all over again? Raise your hand and let me know. So if that happens once, then if it happens if it happens once, it's just, life happening, right? And if it happens more than once, it's pattern. And I'm here to help you break free from that today. I'm Master Theta Healer Karen Abrams. Today, you're going to get a taste of what my new class, More Inspired Action, is going to be like. So you can see if it feels right to you to join me on this powerful 4-week journey. So let's look at this situation of stopping yourself from moving forward. So how does it make you feel when you do that? Are you frustrated? Are you anxious or something else? I want you to type that in the chat. Oh, Michelle said I've been stopped for a couple of years. Yeah, hey, amen on that one. So, okay, so mad at myself. So Moira says she's mad at herself. What else? Who else has feelings about that when you stop yourself? Michelle says afraid. Laura says it makes me reevaluate my goal. Karen says pure frustration with confusion. So those are all very normal responses, pure frustration and confusion. Oh, okay, sorry, I read you twice. So let me ask you another question right here. What have you been putting off that you'd like to move forward on? Okay. So for me, one of them I did right before class, which is I took my old computer off my desk and put my new computer on. This has been a 6-month project. So what other things are you putting off that you'd like to do now? I want to get back consistently to making videos. That's from Moira. Thank you, Moira. Anybody else? Let's see. Starting a new career to support myself post-divorce at 58. Amen. I'm 57, Karen. That's good. Okay. Effie says, finishing moving into a new place that I moved into 2 months ago. Yeah, that's not very long to move in, so that's good. Wait, Effie said starting a new career. Sorry about that. Michelle says finishing moving into a place from 2 months ago. Anybody else have something to share on that? All right, let's see. More professional training from Laura, bookkeeping and web design, etc. Awesome. I love that. Okay. So I would love to help you move forward with your projects. And that's what More Inspired Action is all about. Healing what's holding you back from getting what you want. So we're going to start with this pattern of stopping yourself from moving forward. So what are the beliefs that are stopping you in your tracks? Because I'd like to change them. So what I'd like you to do is type some in the chat so that we can just start changing them. First, before we do that, actually, just so you know, we're going to go into the Theta meditation together. So I'm just going to ask you if it's okay if I come into your space. So just say yes. And I make my face of this is what's happening. Okay. And as you know, I'm going to ask you if you want to change beliefs. And if you say yes, then it'll happen. If you don't say anything, you say no, then it won't happen. And you can say yes inside your head too. Or I'll let you know what something feels like from God's perspective, or what it feels like to do something or live with it or live without it or get God's perspective on that. Okay. So here we go. So what are your beliefs that are stopping you in your tracks? So too old, too ugly. This is just a self-perception from Karen Ann. Even though I love making videos, the prospect of making them can feel heavy and hard. Michelle, afraid of another shoe dropping if I take any action. Amen on that. Let's take those actually right now and have God change all of those. And you know what God's perspective is on that? And what you're meant to learn from believing that in the first place, what you were getting out of it, and what now you can do instead. Worried that I will do it wrong, incorrectly, right? And so that's from Debs. So that's a big one, thinking you're going to do something wrong if you move forward. So there's also obviously then the fear of mistakes, right? There we go. Good. Anybody else want to add anything? You can add more than one belief. So I know that everybody has more than one belief that's holding them back. How about I'm not good enough? My health is stopping me. It's a good one. So Effie, these are all wonderful. I always say they're wonderful beliefs if they really hit you in the gut, because that means they're, when you change them, they make a huge difference. So let's have God change that too. I'll never be good enough. That's a good one too. Nobody cares what I have to say. That's a great one. Thank you so much, Moira. Michelle, fear of running out of money. Okay, so I'm afraid I'll run out of money. So let's have God change those. Those are awesome. Anybody have any other beautiful ones? I've got more for you in my little back pocket, but just seeing if there's more that's coming. Bingo on all of these, says Karen Ann. Amen to that. Awesome. Okay, so here's some more beliefs that I came up with that I can. Hopefully, these will have a lot of impact when we change them. And remember that theta healing happens to or affects you on 4 different levels. The core level, which is everything in this lifetime. The genetic level, so everything from your ancestors. The history level, which is our collective consciousness and our past lives, and then the soul level, which is the deepest part of all of those. So even if you think that these beliefs may not quite apply to you in this lifetime, they may apply on another level. So you can say yes to having them changed, and wherever they need changed on those levels, that'll happen. Okay, so here we go. I'll never have enough time. I have the resources. I'll never have the resources, or I'll never have enough resources to be successful. That's what it is, actually. I've never been someone who follows through. I'll never be good enough. I'll never be enough. Success is scary. If I get too successful, I'll lose control of my life. If I get too successful, I'll lose my family and my community and my friends. If I get too successful, I'll let it go to my head. Things rarely turn out the way I want them to. Things never turn out the way I want them to. If you have any of these beliefs in any lifetime or on any level, would you like Source to change them now? Just say yes. I have to check the volume here. I think I'm checking the wrong thing here. Hello, hello, hello. No, this is good. There it is. Okay. Can everybody hear me okay? Because I accidentally did it at another volume. Everybody's fine. Just give me a thumbs up if I'm okay. Okay, good. All right, so I got some good. All right. Everything I try fails. I do everything wrong. People steal from me. People take from me. People take advantage of me. If I become too successful, it'll be taken away from me. I lack motivation. I procrastinate too much. I lack the right resources to become successful. It's too late to change. I have too many responsibilities. I am clueless as to where to start. I lack the skills to be successful. If I get too successful, I'll lose my freedom. In order to be successful, I need to do it all by myself. Everybody passes me by. If you have any of these beliefs, consciously or unconsciously, on any lifetime and on any level, would you like Source to change them now? All right, so I'm just going to watch those change. So I get like this feeling mostly. You don't have to feel anything. You're still getting the work. I just wanted something physical so that I know it happens. Okay, perfect. Now let's look at a couple of patterns of thought and feelings that can keep you stuck. And what happens with these patterns is they become a lens with which that you look at your relationships, your life, and your work, right? And when you look at something through that lens, obviously it's very tainted. So, and this one, both of these I very much identify with having and having my moments with, because sometimes you can change beliefs and they'll change back because of a trauma or some sort of sudden thing that happens. So you go back to an earlier time and you just change it from a deeper level. So it's all good when it happens. So the first one is feeling left behind. So is it okay if Source, this is interesting, lets you know what you were meant to learn from this pattern in the first place? There we go. And why it showed up in the first place for you. What benefit you got from it coming up for you from God's perspective. And what you can do instead now. All right. Nice. And pull all the hooks, cords, and attachments you have to feeling left behind when something happens that you don't like. You know? And one of the things that's coming up is, and we're going to get into a little bit more stuff in a bit, but this feeling of like everybody passes me by, and so let's have God change that. Know that all this energy and information is coming to you in all languages, all levels, so that none of this can be stored away in a file in another language that you're not accessing. You'll all access all of it. We want a clean sweep, clean transformation, really powerful stuff. There we go. And so we can look at another person's success who you really do want to celebrate, but then you start feeling left behind, right? And you kind of come back and you kind of come back. And the source is just helping you change that, letting you know what it feels like to be completely supported by God's perspective. There we go. Awesome. Okay. The next one is feeling less than enough. So let's let you know from God's perspective why you chose this in the first place. It could be unconsciously, right? Why you adopted this feeling. How you benefit from keeping yourself and feeling less than enough. And this is all from God's perspective. What you were meant to learn from it, from God's perspective. There we go. And what you can do instead now that's really going to move you forward in the highest and best way with grace and ease and the most benevolent outcome. And once again, this is such a lens, right? That whatever happens, and you could look at that once again, you're trying to celebrate somebody else's success, and you can't do that with them because you feel like you're less than enough. You just come back to punishing yourself and criticizing yourself. So let's have God pull all the hooks, cords, and attachments you have to feeling less than enough and to criticizing yourself and punishing yourself when something doesn't go the way you'd like it to. Or shall we say it goes another way than the one that you'd like it to? There we go. So I can show you how to, what it feels like to be able to share in other people's success and cheer them on. And know that energetically, you can also just say, and that's for me, because it wouldn't be in front of you unless it was there for you. Okay. Awesome. Would you like to know what it feels like from God's perspective to make mistakes without taking them personally? And what it feels like to keep promises to yourself? There you go. And to ask for what you want. And know that's safe and possible to do so. And know how to say no. Beautiful. And to live with healthy boundaries. To move forward with ease, which is about bringing more joy into your life. So let's show you what it feels like to be joyful, that you're deserving of receiving God's joy, and how to, and what it feels like to receive it. What it feels like to make decisions that support your growth instead of delay it. And show you what it feels like to enjoy the journey unfolding right in front of your eyes. Beautiful. Nice. So, I can really feel that coming in there. Very cool. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Michelle came up with another belief that is good. My depression will continue to stop me and I'll never get better. Let's let you know the truth on that. Let's let everybody know the truth on that, because you can feel depressed, you can have low level depression, you can have a medium and any other kind of level. Let's let you know that it's possible and what it feels like to be completely balanced, hormonally balanced and balanced in all the systems of your body and cells of your body. And know that how to and what it feels like to live in balance, in physical balance too, and biochemical balance. There we go. All right. And know it's safe and possible to do so, and let you know who you are from God's perspective with all these changes that will continue to evolve. All righty. And I'm going to do a body healing, but not till the end. Okay. So stick around here, because that's going to take everything that we do right now to a whole nother level. So this is just a little small sample of what you're going to experience in class. So I want to tell you just a little bit more about this wonderful class that started last week, but you can come in and get the recording and listen to that last week's one. It doesn't go in any certain order, so we're really okay on that. So week 1 is all about healing overwhelm and self-sabotage, embracing imperfect actions, and trusting yourself even more so that you can make strong decisions that move you forward. So when you sign up, you're going to get the link to the recording of this class. Like I said, you can listen to it at your leisure. Every single class is a freestanding class. So they don't build on each other like a plot does in a movie or a book. So it doesn't matter if once you get this, that if you do it after the next class, which starts tomorrow. So week 2, and this is what we're going to do tomorrow, you're going to develop more self-worth from the inside out, because we're going to change damaging beliefs and lift toxic emotions that are blocking your joy and prosperity. How many people here would like more prosperity? I want to see. Do you want it? Just raise your hand. I just want to see who wants more prosperity here, because I certainly do. All right. And I know people are recording, so they can't say, oh, I'm seeing yes from Laura. Thank you very much, Laura. Heaps, says Karen Ann. All right. So from our non-camered people, I'm glad you're here. So week 3 is all about improving your relationship with money, so it's easier to build more financial abundance. Anybody want more of that? Who wants to get their relationship better with money? That is a win-win situation, no matter where you are. If you're at millions and you want to be at tens of millions, if you are in thousands and you want to be at hundreds of thousands, all of it is all good. Awesome. Thank you. And week 4 is about boosting your energy levels and reigniting that passion to achieve your goals. Does more vitality sound good to you? Who's in for more vitality? Yes. Awesome. Beautiful. And anybody who is in the peanut gallery wants to say me. Laura says me. So good. Thank you very much. So in more inspired action, we're going to use theta healing, what we just did today, to get you to the programming that keeps you safe but doesn't serve you in the long run. It's so deeply embedded in the subconscious that we can't change it just by talking about it. And theta healing helps you transform your beliefs and emotions so that you can perform, you can create, and you can attract what you desire. And that's what we're doing in More Inspired Action. Now, I believe that the time is right for this class. These days, it just seems like more people feel stuck and out of control. They believe that they're at the mercy of the economy, of politics, and of their circumstances. And they're reacting to events instead of responding. And they believe that life is happening to them. Have you ever felt that way? I'm going to raise my hand, so I just want to see if anybody else has ever felt that way. Yep. Okay, I'm seeing it. Moira's saying yes. Deb's saying yes. You're saying yes. I don't know, 724. I don't know. Your name is not up there, but I see you and I'm acknowledging you. Yes. Hi. So what happens is you end up creating this fearful and powerless environment by what you're feeling from the collective and seeing from the collective what you believe about life. But the good news is that life doesn't happen to you. It emanates from you. So I'll give you an example. I was in this mastermind the other day and we sat with what it would feel like to serve more clients who would receive our work with appreciation. And that week, clients started calling me out of the blue. And it's usually a time, I don't know about you, but if you know about August, August tends to be where everybody takes even more vacations than they took in July. But all of a sudden it ticked up to levels that I usually get in September. So that was really fun. Have you ever noticed that when you're feeling good, more good things happen? Right. But if too many good things happen, right? Thank you, Deb. But if too many good things happen, you start waiting for the other shoe to drop. Anybody ever do that? I get that a lot. Yep. Effie says yes to that one. Yep. Absolutely. So that may be one of the unconscious beliefs that's stopping you when you start to gain momentum in your work. So let's heal that pattern once and for all. I'd love you to join me on this 4-week journey in more inspired action. It's every Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to help you create more flow so you can take the actions you know you need to take with ease instead of struggle. Okay. And I made it super affordable to make it easier for you to join me. And it's only $197 and it's only 1 hour a week. It's really a no-brainer. So if you're not able to join us live on the call, you're going to get a recording the next day in your email. So you can either be at work or be on vacation and still be able to benefit from the deep healings in this class. So imagine getting into the flow with your work and staying with it. I want you to just close your eyes, maybe even put your hand over your heart here. Imagine that, being in the flow with your work and staying in it. And that could be a project, could be your career, could be something you're doing in your relationships that needs to be done that you know. And I want you to feel the clarity that guides you to your next right steps. Just notice what that feels like. And picture yourself following through with ease so you can ride your momentum to the success that you desire. That's what I want for you. Do you want this for yourself? How many people here want this for themselves? I just want to see hands. Effie's here, Deb's here, Adriana's here. Phone 724, lovely lady, and I wish I had your name here. So class starts tomorrow again, Wednesday, August 9th. And what I'd like to do now is just open it up. If anybody has any questions, can you raise your hand? I would be happy to ask you what it is or answer any questions. Does anybody have any questions? You can either do it through your, clicking on the raised hand or just raise your hand if you're on camera. Anybody? Give you one more second, one more minute here. Okay. Doesn't look like anybody has any questions. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Hold on. Oh, I can't put the link in the chat. It won't let me copy it. So, Moira, could you go get that for me? Do you have it? Okay, Moira's going to get that for me. I didn't know I wouldn't be able to copy and paste on this. I think that's part of the new computer stuff. It's not letting me get it. All right, Moira's going to put the link in the chat. And if you're on my email list, then you will get it. It's in the emails also. The last chance to sign up is going to be tomorrow, Wednesday, August 9th. And it'd be great if you could do it before 12 p.m. Pacific time so you can join us live on the class. That would be great. Let's see, is it coming? I know she's getting it. You can't find it? Let me see, actually, maybe I could go another way. Hold on, let me just get this for you this other way. There we go. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to get my... Well, let me just say this. I'm not going to put it in right now because I don't want you to sit here and do this with me. But you will be getting it inside your email today because the recording is going to come out today, and so that you can sign up. You can also look on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Think Theta. If there's anybody who needs that, they can also call me. Actually, I'm going to put my number in here so that you can. If you want to reach me and sign up or have any questions, here is my number. You can text me or call me. There it is. And we can have a little private chat about it. Oh, and God bless Moira. The link is actually in the chat right now. So if you need it, you can copy it. All right, everybody. So thank you so much for taking even just this little bit of time today to play with me. And I hope that you make the right choice that feels right and connected to you. We already have a really beautiful community that is already happening and is already in flow. Oh, wait, there's one question. And we'd love to have you, have you join. So let me see. Michelle, I am unmuting you.
It wasn't a question. That emoji is a wave goodbye.
I can't hear you though.
The emoji is
Right now I
was a
am
wave
mute.
goodbye. It wasn't a question.
What if, Michelle, we write me in the, if we can't get the, you want to write it in the chat real fast? Or text it type it in the chat?
Can you hear me now?
Let's see. I don't know why I can't hear you. It's so strange because you're not muted. Let's see. I'll ask you to unmute one more time. Michelle had no, oh, she was waving goodbye. Oh, okay, sorry. Thank you. I couldn't see that. All right, everybody. Well, on that note, for Michelle and for me, God bless and goodbye for now. And I hope to see you in class.